Well, this is my my first bottling. Thank you, Jonathan. You're a good son-in-law for drinking Coke. So I got some empty bottles, and I'm going to follow my brother-in-law Rauno's instructions and putting a tablespoon in the bottle of sugar. That's a heaped tablespoon. Don't know how it goes, but it is a big bottle, so maybe it needs a heaped bottle to get enough bubbles to have an enjoyable beer. But this is the first bottle. I haven't got my bottling hose. It hasn't come yet. I've ordered one, but maybe for the next bottling will be here. So I'll just have the beer going down the side of the bottle. And hopefully it won't froth too much. You're supposed to have the hose so it doesn't froth up when you're bottling. So it's going to need some air up the top. I'll take the hose off the airlock, and that way I'll be able to. There we go. Coming out happily now. It'll be too fast, it's gonna froth up. I can't fill up the bottles. That's why I need the filling hose, because then the fillings on the bottom, I'll put some more in that after. I'll fill a few. I'll see if I can let it go a little bit slower. I won't lift up every bottle for the sugar. It'll get a bit boring. I'll speed the video up a little bit later on. I'll just it's hard to turn the video off while I'm bottling. So. Maybe still a bit too fast. The top's filling up with froth. I can't get enough in there, so I'll put a little bit more in the first two and see if I can slow it down a little bit in the next couple of bottles. Still a bit too frothy. Can probably get the first bottle filled up now. That full enough? We'll see. I think I'll put a top on that, and we'll see in a couple of weeks if the bottles are hard and there's going to be gas in them. I don't know if I have to mix the sugar up or not. It's to be stuck on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Let's put a bit more in the second bottle. It's been brewing very slowly at a very low temperature. The temperature in the cabinet has been about 22 all the time, so it went up a little bit high at the start. I had to turn the heaters off for a little while, so I didn't want the brewing process to happen too fast. I read that a pale ale gets funny flavors if it brews too fast at a too high a temperature. And a pale ale can be brewed at 18 degrees, even at 16 degrees. Some have successfully brewed pale ale according to the internet, if you can believe what the internet says. But this has been at 22 for most of the time, so hopefully it will be tasty. At least all the sugar has fermented, so it should have the right amount of alcohol. I did put a little bit under 1.5 kilograms, so I'm thinking that I might have about 4% alcohol in the beer, which is what I would prefer. That way I can enjoy a couple of glasses without feeling funny. We shall have to wait and see. I just had to have the tap on slow by the looks of it. If I had the proper filling hose that has the spring release on the bottom of the hose, then the beer would not be running onto itself and creating bubbles. It would be filling up from the bottom, which would be much better. But like I said, I've ordered one, it hasn't come, so I'm just filling from the top, which is not so easy, not so good. So suppose you don't want to leave the bottles too much from the top, because and there's that much more then that will fill up with gas before the gas starts pushing into the liquid to give it the bubbles that you want in beer, to get a nice frothy head. I must say I'm quite enjoying this. I don't know what it's going to taste like when it's finished. It's going a bit slow, it's running out. Level is about there now. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but this might be the last bottle. Let's see if I can put a bit more in the next bottle. So this drum is a 25 liter drum, and you're supposed to make 23 liters with the homebrew kit. So I don't know if you can see on the camera, maybe not, it might be too low, but there's a line where the top of the brew was, and I'm hoping that I left about 2 or so liters from the top, so I haven't made. Thanks for watching, and there'll be a little bit there for you to enjoy if that's the kind of thing you like. That's my first batch of beer homebrew, and in a couple of weeks time I'll be telling you how it went, and in the meanwhile I'll probably do a little bit more work here in my Burr shed and upload some videos as I go. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening.